Something big is happening right now. You can feel it in the air, that tingling sensation that tells you everything is about to change. Maybe you've noticed it when you wake up in the morning, feeling different but not knowing why. Or perhaps you've sensed it during quiet moments, when the world seems to pause and whisper that we're on the edge of something massive. The signs are everywhere, even if most people aren't talking about them yet. Your dreams might be more vivid than ever before. You might find yourself questioning things you used to take for granted. Old ways of living and thinking just don't seem to fit anymore, like wearing clothes you've outgrown. This isn't just another phase or cycle. This is the beginning of the biggest transformation humanity has ever experienced. You're not imagining these feelings, and you're definitely not alone. Millions of people around the world are experiencing the exact same thing right now. They're feeling called to something greater, sensing that their life is about to shift in ways they never expected. Some are excited, others are nervous, but everyone can feel that change is in the air. What's coming isn't just a small adjustment or temporary shift. We're talking about a complete transformation of how we live, think, and connect with each other. Think about how different your life was just 5 years ago. Now multiply that change by 10. That's the scale of what's approaching. These changes will touch every part of your life. Your relationships, your work, your daily routine, even the way you see yourself. But here's what makes this moment so crucial. Not everyone will be ready when these changes arrive. Many people will feel overwhelmed, confused, or scared when their reality starts shifting. They'll struggle to adapt because they didn't see it coming. They didn't prepare. And that's exactly why you're here right now, reading these words. You're being given a chance to get ready, to understand what's coming, and to prepare yourself for the transformation ahead. The difference between those who thrive during this time and those who struggle won't be about luck or circumstances. It will be about preparation and awareness. It's like knowing a big wave is coming. Surfers who see it approaching can position themselves to ride it, while those who aren't paying attention might get knocked over. Let's talk about what's already happening. The early signs that most people are missing or misunderstanding. Have you noticed how time feels different lately? Days might seem to fly by faster than ever, or sometimes stretch out in strange ways. This isn't just your imagination. It's one of the first signs that our reality is shifting. More and more people are reporting this strange relationship with time, feeling like weeks pass like days, yet single moments can feel eternal. Your sleep patterns might be changing too. Maybe you're waking up at odd hours, especially between 3 and 4 in the morning. Or perhaps you're having dreams that feel more real than ever before. Dreams that leave you with messages or feelings that stay with you all day. These aren't random occurrences. They're signs that your consciousness is expanding, preparing you for the new energies entering our world. Physical symptoms are showing up too. Many people are experiencing unusual sensations. Tingles running up their spine, pressure in their head, or waves of energy moving through their body. Some report feeling extremely tired one moment and full of energy the next. Others find themselves suddenly sensitive to foods they used to enjoy or craving completely different things. Your body is literally changing at a cellular level, adjusting to new frequencies and energies. Your relationships might be shifting in unexpected ways. People you've known for years might suddenly feel different to you. Some friendships might be fading while new ones appear almost magically in your life. You might find yourself drawn to different types of people, or notice that certain conversations or situations that used to be normal now feel draining or uncomfortable. This is happening because your energy is changing, and naturally, this affects who and what you resonate with. Another clear sign is a growing sense of purpose, even if you can't quite define it yet. It's like having a word on the tip of your tongue. You can feel it's there, but you can't quite grasp it. You might find yourself questioning your career, your lifestyle, or your beliefs. Things that used to satisfy you might feel empty now. You're being called to something bigger, but the full picture hasn't revealed itself yet. Your perception of reality itself might be starting to shift. Maybe you're noticing more synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. Numbers like 111, 222, or 444 might appear everywhere you look. You might feel more connected to nature, or find yourself drawn to spiritual topics you never cared about before. These are all signs that your awareness is expanding beyond the limited view of reality we've been taught to accept. Technology and electronic devices might be acting strangely around you. Lights might flicker when you walk by, or your phone might glitch in unusual ways. Some people find their watches stopping or showing wrong times, while others notice electronic devices malfunctioning in their presence. This happens because your energy field is becoming stronger and more sensitive, affecting the electromagnetic fields around you. Your intuition is likely becoming stronger too. You might find yourself knowing things without knowing how you know them. Maybe you think of someone right before they call, or you have a strong feeling about avoiding a certain situation that later turns out to be troublesome. These aren't coincidences. Your intuitive abilities are awakening, preparing you for a time when we'll rely more on inner knowing than external information. You might also notice changes in how you process emotions. Feelings might seem more intense, both positive and negative. You might cry more easily or feel overwhelmed by situations that wouldn't have affected you before. This isn't a sign of becoming weaker, quite the opposite. Your emotional body is becoming more refined, more attuned to the subtle energies around you. You're developing a deeper capacity for empathy and understanding. Even your memory might be working differently. Recent events might feel foggy or distant, while memories from long ago suddenly become crystal clear. You might find yourself remembering dreams you had years ago, or recalling seemingly random moments from your childhood. This is happening because time isn't as linear as we've been taught to believe. As your consciousness expands, you're beginning to access different layers of memory and experience. These signs are just the beginning. They're like the first raindrops before a cleansing storm, or the initial tremors before a major shift. But unlike a storm or earthquake, these changes aren't something to fear. They're preparing you for something beautiful, a transformation that will open up possibilities you never imagined were possible. Think of it like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. Inside that cocoon, the caterpillar's body completely dissolves before reforming into something new. If the caterpillar could think, it might be terrified by this process. But this dissolution is necessary for its transformation into something more beautiful and free. We're in our own collective cocoon right now, preparing for a similar transformation. Some of these changes might sound scary or overwhelming. That's completely normal. Any major change can feel frightening, especially when we don't fully understand what's happening. But remember, these changes aren't happening to you, they're happening for you. They're part of a greater awakening, a shift that humanity has been preparing for over many generations. You might be wondering why this is happening now, at this particular time in history. The answer lies in both cosmic cycles and humanity's collective evolution. We're not just going through random changes. We're part of a precisely timed cosmic plan, a grand awakening that's been prophesied by ancient cultures around the world. The fact that you're reading these words means you're meant to be part of this transformation. These signs will likely become more intense and more obvious as time goes on. More people will start noticing them, and what seems unusual now will become increasingly common. The key is not to resist these changes, but to understand them, work with them, and allow them to guide you toward your highest potential. What's happening right now goes far beyond what we see in the news or read about online. This shift is changing the very fabric of our reality. Think of it like Earth is moving through a special part of space, filled with new energies that are waking people up. These energies are like sunlight hitting a sleeping person. Once they start shining on you, you can't stay asleep forever. The changes we're experiencing aren't random. They're part of a bigger plan that many ancient cultures knew about and wrote about in their sacred texts. They called it different names: the Great Shift, the New Earth, the Golden Age. But they all pointed to this exact time we're living in now. It's like humanity has been in school for thousands of years, and we're finally about to graduate to the next level. This shift is happening on many levels at once. It's not just about spiritual things. It's affecting our bodies, our minds, our emotions, and even our DNA. Scientists are finding that human DNA is actually changing, becoming more complex. They might use fancy words to describe it, but simply put, we're upgrading. like phones getting a new operating system that lets them do more things. The world might seem chaotic right now, but this chaos has a purpose. It's like cleaning out an old house. Things get messy before they get organized. Old systems that don't serve humanity anymore are breaking down to make way for better ones. This includes how we handle money, how we work, how we learn, and how we relate to each other. Most importantly, this shift is about remembering who we really are. We're not just physical bodies walking around on Earth. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. More and more people are waking up to this truth. They're starting to remember abilities and knowledge they didn't know they had. It's like we've been watching a movie for so long that we forgot we're actually the ones who created it. Now that you understand what's happening, let's talk about how to prepare yourself. The first and most important thing is to take care of your physical body. Your body is like an antenna that receives these new energies, and you need to keep it in good shape. This doesn't mean you need to become a fitness guru or go on extreme diets. Start with simple things. Drink more water, get enough sleep, and move your body in ways that feel good to you. Your food choices become more important during this time. You might notice your body wanting lighter, cleaner foods. Listen to these cravings. They're your body's way of asking for what it needs. Try to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables. Cut down on heavy, processed foods. Some people find they can't handle meat anymore, while others need it. Trust what your body tells you it wants. Creating a morning routine can make a huge difference. Even if it's just 15 minutes, start your day with some quiet time. Sit in silence, take deep breaths, or simply watch the sunrise. This quiet time helps you tune into yourself and the bigger changes happening around you. It's like checking your inner compass before starting your day. Nature becomes your best friend during this shift. Spend time outside, even if it's just sitting in your backyard or a nearby park. Touch trees, walk barefoot on grass, watch clouds move across the sky. Nature operates at a perfect frequency and helps reset your energy when things feel overwhelming. Think of it as plugging yourself into Earth's charging station. Your living space also needs attention. Clear out old stuff you don't need anymore. Open your windows regularly to let fresh air flow through. Put some plants in your home. Create a small, peaceful corner where you can sit quietly. Your home should feel like a sanctuary where you can recharge and process these changes. The emotional side of this shift can be the most challenging part for many people. You might feel happy one moment and sad the next, without any obvious reason. This is normal. You're processing not just your own emotions, but also the collective emotions of humanity. Think of it like being part of a big cleaning process where old, stuck emotions are finally coming up to be released. One of the best tools for handling these emotional waves is simple breathing. When you feel overwhelmed, stop and take 3 deep breaths. Make your exhales longer than your inhales. This tells your body it's safe to relax. You can do this anywhere, anytime, and nobody even needs to know you're doing it. You might find yourself remembering old hurts or difficult situations from your past. This isn't random. It's part of the healing process. These memories are coming up to be healed once and for all. Don't push them away or try to ignore them. Instead, imagine them as clouds passing through the sky of your mind. Acknowledge them, feel them, and let them move through you. Your relationships might go through big changes during this time. Some friends might drift away, while new ones come into your life. This is natural and necessary. You're changing, and your connections need to change too. It's like tuning to a new radio station. You'll naturally connect with people who match your new frequency. Family relationships might feel especially challenging. Not everyone awakens at the same time, and that's okay. You don't need to make anyone else understand what you're going through. Focus on staying peaceful and loving, even when others don't get it. Remember, the best way to help others through this shift is to stay balanced yourself. Learning to trust yourself becomes crucial during this time. You might get strong feelings about what to do or not do. Listen to these feelings. They're your inner guidance system getting stronger. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it, even if it looks good on paper. If something feels right, even if it doesn't make logical sense, pay attention to that feeling. Emotions like fear, anger, or sadness might feel stronger than before. This doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. Actually, it means you're becoming more alive, more real. These emotions are like waves in the ocean of your being. Let them come, let them go, but don't let them pull you under. Stay like the ocean itself, deep, vast, and calm beneath the waves. Having simple tools for emotional release becomes important. Some people find that writing in a journal helps. Others prefer to sing, dance, or exercise. Find what works for you. The key is to keep emotional energy moving rather than letting it get stuck. Think of it like keeping a river flowing. If it gets blocked, it can't carry away what needs to be released. Remember that you're not alone in this process. Millions of people are going through the same things right now. When emotions feel big, reach out to others who understand. Share your experiences. Listen to theirs. We're all in this together, and sharing our journey makes it easier for everyone. This connection with others who understand is like having lighthouses along the shore. They help guide you when the waters get rough. The world around us is changing in ways we can clearly see. Our weather patterns are shifting, becoming more extreme and unpredictable. But these changes aren't just random events. They're part of Earth's own transformation process. Just like we're changing, our planet is going through its own upgrade. Think of it as Earth taking a deep breath and adjusting herself. Your daily life might need to change to match these new energies. The old 9 to 5 routine might not feel right anymore. You might feel called to work differently, live differently, or spend your time in new ways. Listen to these urges. They're guiding you toward a lifestyle that better matches who you're becoming. Some people are moving to new places, starting gardens, or learning old skills like making things by hand. Your body's needs are changing too. You might need more rest than before, or find yourself waking up with tons of energy. Pay attention to these new patterns. Some people need less sleep but more quiet time. Others find they need more sleep but wake up feeling more refreshed than ever. Your body knows what it needs. Trust it and give it what it asks for. The way we handle technology might need to change too. While technology isn't bad, we need to use it wisely. You might feel the need to take breaks from your phone or computer. These breaks help your energy field reset and allow you to tune into the natural world around you. It's like giving your spiritual batteries a chance to recharge. Even the way we think about health is changing. More people are turning to natural remedies and ancient healing practices. They're discovering that many of our ancestors' simple methods, like using herbs, getting enough sunlight, and staying connected to nature, were actually very wise. These old ways of staying healthy are becoming new again. During big changes, having the right people around you makes all the difference. You might feel drawn to join groups or communities of like-minded people. This is natural and important. Just like birds fly in flocks during migration, we need to come together during this transformation time. Start looking for your spiritual family, people who understand what you're going through without you having to explain everything. These connections might happen in unexpected ways. You might meet them online, at events, or just randomly in daily life. When you meet someone who feels like they're on the same path, stay connected. These connections are like finding pieces of your puzzle. Supporting each other becomes more important than ever. Share what you're learning. Listen to others' experiences. Offer help when you can, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. We're not meant to go through this alone. Think of it like climbing a mountain. It's easier and safer when we're roped together. Creating small support circles can be really helpful. This could be just a few friends who meet regularly to talk about what they're experiencing. You don't need fancy ceremonies or complicated rules. Simply coming together to share, support, and remind each other that we're not alone can make a huge difference. Remember that everyone has something to offer. Some people are good at explaining things, others at listening. Some bring practical skills, others bring wisdom or healing abilities. Whatever your gifts are, they're needed. Don't hold back from sharing them. They might be exactly what someone else needs. While nobody can tell you exactly how everything will unfold, we can see patterns in how these changes typically happen. It's like watching the seasons change. We might not know exactly which day spring will arrive, but we know the signs that tell us it's coming. The next few months are likely to bring more awakening experiences. More people will start noticing the things you've been feeling. What seemed strange or unusual will start becoming normal. The pace of change might feel fast at times, but remember, you're ready for this. You wouldn't be aware of these changes if you weren't prepared to handle them. Don't expect everything to change overnight. Just like a seed doesn't become a flower in one day, this transformation happens in stages. Some days you might feel like you're making huge progress. Other days might feel like nothing's happening. Both are normal and necessary parts of the process. Keep track of your own journey in whatever way feels right to you. Some people like to write down their experiences. Others prefer to record voice notes or take pictures. Looking back at these records can help you see how far you've come and understand the patterns in your own transformation. Stay flexible with your expectations. While we can see the general direction things are moving in, the exact path might have some surprises. Think of it like taking a road trip. You know your destination, but you might find some unexpected and beautiful stops along the way. As we wrap up this journey together, remember that you're right where you need to be. These massive changes coming aren't something to fear. They're something to welcome and embrace. You're part of something bigger than yourself, a transformation that humanity has been waiting for a very long time. Keep your heart open, your mind clear, and your spirit strong. Trust that the changes happening in your life are leading you exactly where you need to go. Stay connected to others on this path, but always trust your own inner guidance first. You have everything you need within you to navigate these changes successfully. The time ahead might not always be easy, but it will always be meaningful. Every challenge brings a gift of growth. Every difficulty carries a seed of opportunity. You're not just surviving these changes, you're helping to create a new world, a better world, for everyone. Remember, when things feel overwhelming, come back to the simple things, your breath, nature, and the present moment. Stay grounded in your daily practices, but keep your heart open to the magic unfolding around you. You're not just witnessing history, you're helping to create it. Thank you for being here, for being awake, and for being part of this great shift. Your presence and awareness matter more than you might realize. Together, we're not just changing ourselves, we're helping to birth a new chapter in human history. Stay strong, stay open, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. The best is yet to come. See you in the next video, where we'll explore more aspects of this amazing journey we're all on together.